Welcome back to Mike Drop Sports. I'm your boy Jason, and today we're here with another quick video on the new podcast, All About the Game. This is episode number 4 of that podcast. And I just want to touch on something really quick. This won't be a long episode, guys, but I do appreciate you coming through. I've been seeing a lot of hate comments, hateful comments, and dogging a certain draft pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers from the 2023 class. And that is Darnell Washington, the monster tight end out of Georgia. I've been seeing a lot of comments of people putting on there, he's stiff as a board. He's not able to run. His routes are sloppy. Just different things like that. And I just want to put those things to bed and just say, you don't know what you're talking about, folks, if that's what you're saying. This guy is an absolute monster of a human being. When he moves, it's going to look a little bit different. This guy is huge, man. Huge. He could be an offensive lineman. He packed on a couple pounds. This guy, he's just too big, man. And you really got to take that into consideration when you're watching him. And again, I just want to thank you guys for coming back here to Mike Drop Sports. It's absolutely humbling what you guys are doing for the channel, helping it grow. The subscriber count, we're almost going to 400 here. Let's hit it up. Let's get there today with this video. So guys, again, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. Give us a like too. Also share the videos and help support us. We really appreciate it. And what you guys are doing is absolutely amazing. And you're the one growing the channel. It's not me. It's you guys. And again, soon we will be doing the fan interaction with the call-ins and live shows. But we got to get that subscriber count up. And then you guys can call in and talk shit to me. Say whatever you want, unedited, uncensored. I don't care. Let's just do it because I want it to be all about what you guys want, not what I want. Again, let's get back to Darnell Washington. Darnell Washington is a mountain of a human being. And when he's coming down the field, he's not going to look like a super athletic man, like crispest routes in the world. Like, he's a monster. So take that into consideration when you're watching these videos. The man has an excellent catch radius, guys. The guy goes up and gets absolutely everything. You don't see him drop many balls, even in the practice session. You don't really see him drop balls. You look at his college tape. He don't drop things, man. He has a great radius. He goes and gets it. Has excellent vision to go up in the air and grab it and locate that football over defenders because of his big, giant size. So Darnell is able to do a lot of things other people can't. He's able to box people out, use his size to be able to go up there and grab it. And not allow defenders to even be able to get close to that football because he's just shadowing them. He's like huge, dude. So it's really hard for defenders to really guard him, especially you get these 5'10", 6 foot tall cornerbacks in the NFL that are really speedy and shifty. However, they're not going to be able to guard somebody like Darnell Washington, especially when he's lined up out there playing in that slot role, sliding out, work in the middle of the field. It's going to be a really difficult task for a cornerback to guard this guy. He's not stiff as a board, guys, and I've seen that comment. He's stiff as a board. He can't run. He's a monster, dude. He's not going to be able to run as athletically as some of these other little fellas. Let's just face it. He's not going to look as crisp running down the field. He's huge. He's taking 6 foot, 7 foot strides. I mean, he's a monster. He's just going down the field. He's going to look oafy, I guess. But his athletic ability is huge. It's monstrous. I keep saying that word monstrous. This guy is a monster. He's a monster. Monster. I keep telling you, a monster. And you're going to see when he straps on these pads how much he is able to control the line of scrimmage with his size, his hands, moving people, his strength. He's going to be able to box people out. He's going to be able to just turn on a dime and shadow that corner to where they can't even get around him. He's so damn big. He is going to bring an element of the game like a Gronkowski, somebody like that. Look at how Kelsey goes down the middle. You're going to see a lot of that from Darnell Washington to where he runs that little seam/post type route to where he gets hit right there, boom, right over top of them linebackers and everything. Why? Because you can throw the ball high. He has a monster ability to jump up in the air because he's so tall. So you're going to be able to throw a high football to him, and he's going to have that chance to grab it and keep running because he's just so much bigger than everybody else out there. And it's really going to show, guys. He's not stiff as a board. He can run routes. It just may not look as crisp as you would like it or that you're used to with a shifty, speedy wide receiver. He can catch. Look at his tape in Georgia, guys. He doesn't drop footballs all the time. It's just, he doesn't do it. And when you really turn on the tape of Darnell Washington, you can see that. But his opportunities were limited because he didn't want to go to a school that was a shitty school to where he was going to be featured. He wanted to play for a champion, not just any scrub team. Yeah, he could have put up a gazillion in pass yard numbers, receiving numbers. He could have done that. He could have put up a bunch of tight end touchdowns. He could have really changed the dynamic on some other teams, but he wanted to play for Georgia, a champion. And that means you're playing with big time players, and iron sharpens iron, guys. You play with the best, you're going to eventually aspire to be the best. You're always going to be working hard because you're playing with top shelf guys. And he played behind one of the best tight ends in the country, guys. He didn't get as many opportunities as some would have hoped for him. So turn on his practice tape. He probably, caught 4,000 yards in practice. The dude's a monster. So guess what? In practice, he's probably destroying people. There's just one football in the game. So he's not going to get a bunch of opportunities when you're playing on a team that has great skilled players. You're just not going to get it all the time. You're not going to get 150 targets or whatever. You're not going to get that. So when you get your opportunities, you need to make the most of them. And this guy really did make the most of them. So my message today in this video would be, please stop talking shit on Darnell Washington when you haven't even seen him on a field in proper equipment, going at it in live contact. You don't know what he's going to do. So when you make these comments, it's letting us know that you have no idea what you're even looking at or what you're watching. So please stop doing that shit. It's stupid, guys. You're making comments that sound dumb. Wait for him to get into camp here. Wait for him to get up to training camp in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and you're going to hear these coaches rave about Darnell Washington and his ability to dominate the football field. You've already heard it from these coaches. They love him. They love his abilities. They love his size. They love his work ethic. They love him in the building. The guy is a gentle giant. He's there. He's really trying. He's a teammate. All these things are shining through, and the coaches have said as much. That he's a hard worker. He's ready to go every day. He's always there, ready to go. So let's give this guy a chance before we, as the most critical fan base I feel in all of sports in Pittsburgh, before we start bashing this guy and writing him off. Just because he was drafted in the third round doesn't mean that he wasn't a first round talent. That injury history had some concerns for some other teams, and they passed up on him. And I think they're going to truly regret not drafting Darnell Washington. And guys, this is all contingent on him staying healthy. Right now, he is 100%, at least from what we can see. He looks to be 100%. He looks to be ready to go. If he can maintain that for at least a couple seasons and not have any devastating injuries, I think Darnell Washington could be one of the league's best at the tight end position because his run blocking, his ability to catch, his ability to run after the catch, is just going to prove to be hard to stop for opposing defenses. So, guys, let's wrap this up. I want to thank you again. Coming back to Mike Drop Sports, I had to address this matter. Quit talking shit on Darnell. Let's see what he can do first. And his abilities, his skill set, his size, everything shows us that he could be one of the best at the game right now. I'm not saying best ever, but he could be one of the better tight ends in the league moving forward for the next year or two for sure, especially if he's given the opportunities here in a Matt Canada system. Now, I know he's going to be competing for reps against Pat Freiermuth, Connor Hayward, but I think Connor Hayward is going to be utilized in many different roles, that H-back type role, maybe even at fullback. But I think Connor Hayward, you might not have to fight him for as many reps. Darnell should be the number 2. Gentry should end up being the number 3. And the Steelers should really be able to run some big, jumbo, heavy sets and watch these tight ends really dominate and take control of a game, especially late in the game when you want to run the football, you want to eat up some clock. You'll be able to move these guys in there, run these jumbo packages, and be able to utilize their ability to catch the football also to keep the offense on their heels, mix up that play action, and still have viable options at the receiver position, utilizing the tight ends. So, guys, let's just give it some time and let's just watch what this Pittsburgh Steelers team can do in 2023. And I think it could be some amazing things if we utilize our personnel correctly here in the city of Pittsburgh. Thanks again, guys. This is all about the game here on Mic Drop Sports. And I just want to tell you, I appreciate you so much. So smash that subscribe button, guys. Let's keep growing the channel. Once we hit 400 subs, we'll go live and start these live calls. I just want to build it up a little bit more so we're not on the lives just twiddling our thumbs. So, again, guys, thank you for stopping by and keep coming back to Mic Drop Sports.